The world of Girl Scouts has always been a highlight in many young girls' lives. Scouting is said to help girls find their voices and make an impact with issues that are important to them. That's why back in 2017, a single mom of 5 who lost her home decided to create a new troop. The first of its kind, Troop 6000, is filled with girls living in New York City's homeless shelters. They focus on everything other Girl Scout troops follow, including going on field trips and going to camp. And it's entirely free for those families. They've expanded to 20 shelter sites and include more than 2,500 Girl Scouts and adults. And now they are opening their troop up to the influx of migrant children who are coming into the New York City shelter system. Joining me now is Giselle Burgess, Senior Director of Girl Scouts of Greater New York's Troop 6000. Giselle, it's good to have you on the show. I'm very happy to see you. You launched this particular troop in 2017. Tell our viewers, what kind of impacts have you seen from the work you've been doing since then?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very happy to be here. Troop 6000 definitely has created such an impact for the girls who are in the program. It's really giving them that community that they really needed during this time, that sense of belonging, and definitely being able to see girls who are able to connect with other girls and build those relationships, and working together and breaking that stigma of homelessness is really beautiful to see with the girls as they advance in the program and really truly learn the importance of advocacy and how building community can really make the world a better place.
Giselle, your mission is to instill girls with courage, confidence, and character. These girls, they've had so many different traumas. How are the Girl Scouts helping their mental health and being able to give them the tools to allow them to thrive and become those people that they would like to be?
Absolutely. So the Troop 6000 program actually does have a social work component. We have a licensed clinical social worker on staff who does work closely with the families, connecting with girls, getting to know them as well, making sure that they have the resources provided that they need to succeed. And so those are really important things for us in making sure that our families do have everything that they need to feel comfortable and participating in opportunities. So, when our girls are coming in, regardless of what their situations are, we're able to let them know that, whether we can help you programmatically or we can help you with, as far as resources go with their families, it's very, very beneficial for us to have. There's a lot of times that we don't have that experience on how to work with some of the girls and dealing with those traumas. We want to make sure that we're giving them the tools and the coping skills that they need to succeed as well, and not just for the girls, but for the families as well. And so our social worker is very dedicated in making sure that those relationships are built, those connections are kept, and that girls feel like they have what they need to succeed in life.
Giselle, I got less than a minute. I just wanted to ask you, there is a rise of migrants that are coming into New York City. Troop 6000, you're not leaving them behind either. Instead, you're expanding to include these young girls. And as of April of this year, more than 40% of the members of Troop 6000 speak Spanish as their primary language. So what are you doing to adapt to the shift in the demographics with the expansion to include not only unhoused young girls, but those that are here as a result of the migrant crisis?
The Troop 6000 launched its expansion this year, and we're serving at one of the emergency relief sites right now. We currently have over 100 girls at that site, and being able to bring them together, during this difficult time in their season and give them that community that's so important has been beautiful to watch them adapt to the program as well. They're new, most of them never heard of Girl Scouting, and we were able to adopt curriculum for them that is completely in Spanish so that the girls feel included, and as well as culturally acclimated programs. So Girl Scouts are learning about New York City, their new environment, and all the things that they're going to need to know in order to live and adapt here in New York. So we're making sure that we are remaining inclusive and that Girl Scouts are there to guide, and again, with our social work team and making sure that families also have resources, especially families here. It's very important for us to have that component, and it's been helpful.
Giselle, I'm out of time. I would love to invite you to come back so we can talk a little bit more about the program, but my hat off to you. I look at these faces in these videos. They're beautiful faces. You're doing so much, and I invite our viewers to check it out. Go online, see what you're doing, because you're doing it in other cities as well. It's not just in New York. Giselle Burgess, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.